The Galactic Council's peacekeeping base on Kepler 442b buzzed with activity as species from across known space coordinated their first joint military exercise. General Zarkon of the Dominion strode through the corridors, his crystalline form towering 3 meters high, subordinates scattering from his path. In the mess hall, a human sat alone, eating quietly. His uniform bore no rank insignia, just a name tape, J. Cooper. Graying hair, weathered face, unremarkable build. The Dominion had fought alongside humans for 2 years, but Zarkon had never bothered learning their ranking system. Humans all looked the same to him, soft, small, weak. You. Zarkon's translator barked. Human. You're in my seat. Cooper looked up slowly, dark eyes assessing. The entire mess hall fell silent. All seats are unassigned during Integration Week, General. The crystalline general's form flashed red rage in his species. His four-fingered hand swept across, striking Cooper's face with enough force to shatter concrete. The human's head snapped sideways, blood trickling from his lip. Cooper didn't fall. He set down his fork, stood slowly, and wiped the blood with the back of his hand. Around them, dozens of species watched in stunned silence. I believe you owe me an apology, Cooper said quietly. Zarkon's laugh sounded like breaking glass. I am General of the Dominion's 3rd Fleet. I've conquered 17 systems. I don't apologize to inferior species, especially not to unmarked soldiers who... Sir, a young human lieutenant burst through the door, face pale. Sir, I've been looking everywhere for... She saw Cooper's bloody lip and went rigid. Oh no, Lieutenant Martinez, Cooper said calmly. Status report. The joint exercise briefing is in 10 minutes, sir. The other generals are assembled. Zarkon's translator sputtered. Other generals? This unmarked human is... General James Cooper, Martinez said, her voice carrying a mix of pride and fear. Supreme Commander of Earth's Combined Forces. Hero of the Battle of Proxima. The Butcher of Betelgeuse. The temperature in the room seemed to drop. Alien species who knew human military history began backing away. The Butcher of Betelgeuse, the human who'd turned an entire swarm fleet into drifting scrap using tactics so brutal even Earth's allies had been horrified. You were no rank, Zarkon said, his crystalline form dimming. Cooper touched his collar. Removed them for Integration Week. Wanted to see how other species treat those they perceive as beneath them. He smiled and several aliens shuddered. Very educational. The Altarian ambassador chittered nervously. General Cooper, surely this misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? Cooper's voice remained conversational, which somehow made it worse. I've been here 3 days. I've been pushed, dismissed, and now struck. I've watched Dominion forces treat their support staff like slaves. Seen Rigelian officers abuse their authority. Observed behavior that would result in court-martial in any human unit. He stepped closer to Zarkon, who despite towering over the human took an involuntary step back. You want to know why humans dominate every joint operation? Why our tactics are studied in your academies? It's not our technology or our numbers. Cooper picked up his fork, bending the metal utensil into a perfect circle with his fingers that looked soft but had been augmented with carbon fiber tendons 20 years ago. It's because we learned something you haven't. Respect flows down the chain of command, not just up. The private maintaining your weapons today might be the general saving your life tomorrow. I apologize, Zarkon managed, the words physically painful for his species. Not to me, Cooper said. To every being you've struck, dismissed, or disrespected because you thought them beneath you. Start with your own staff. Martinez pushed the briefing back an hour. As Cooper walked toward the door, he paused. Oh, and Zarkon? That famous victory you're so proud of in the Vega system? I designed the battle plan your forces used. I was a lieutenant then, but my colonel knew good ideas don't care about rank. The mess hall remained silent long after Cooper left. Within hours, the story had spread across the base. Within days, across the sector. The human who'd let himself be slapped to prove a point. The general who wore no rank to test others' character. The integration exercises that followed were the most successful in Council history. And if Dominion forces began treating their subordinates with unusual respect, well, everyone knew why. Sometimes the most powerful warriors are those who choose when not to fight.